Hello and welcome back to everyone on the Football Zone and to a weekend review, reviewing the Premier League action from this weekend. Starting off with a big win for Manchester United, Fulham 0, Manchester United 1. Scott McTominay had a goal controversy ruled out in the 8th minute. It looked like that was going to cost Manchester United the 3 points, but no, in the 91st minute it was Bruno Fernandes. He made it 1-0. And yeah, an even game between two sides. Fulham, if anything, maybe just shaded it, but for Manchester United, it doesn't matter how it came. Eric Ten Hag will be the most relieved man, probably in a lot of places this evening. Yeah, a huge win for Manchester United, and they need to kick on from here. But moving on into Sheffield United 2, Wolves 1 at Bramall Lane. And yeah, it was Archer in the 72nd minute who gave United the win. And yeah, Wolves equalised. It looked like at the last minute, but in 90 plus 10 minutes, Ollie Norwood with a penalty to give Sheffield United the win. And I think it's a game that Gary O'Neill will be absolutely gutted he's lost, wondering how he lost it. But yeah, controversial decisions again going against Wolves. Sheffield United, though, you can't overstate the importance of their victory. That is absolutely critical for them. And yeah, they can retake some confidence from around that, hopefully. But moving on into Manchester City, a team that probably don't need any more confidence than they currently got, as they picked up a comfortable 6-1 win over AFC Bournemouth. And yeah, it was Doku, Silva, Akanji, Foden, Silva and Ake with the goals, Sinistera with a goal for Bournemouth, and yeah, surprisingly Haaland or Alvarez on the score. But I thought Man City, I said in the preview that they could really threaten to do this, and yeah, they most definitely did. An absolutely dominant performance here from Man City, and yeah, kind of showing what they can really do. But yeah, moving on into Everton 1, Brighton 1, and yeah, a game that Everton got a point. I think they'll be very happy with a point. It was Mikalenko in the 7th minute who gave Everton the lead before Dunk had a goal to slide in the 14th minute for offside, but Ashley Young in the 84th minute making it 1-1. And yeah, Brighton dominated, 80% possession, but Everton, Brighton didn't really do much with it, in my opinion. Everton defended well, played well, and in the end probably well worthy for their point, even when you take into the fact that remarkable possession stats. So yeah, it kind of shows how well Everton played in that regard. But yeah, for Brighton, I think obviously this is 2 points drop. Moving on into Burnley 0, Palace 2 at Turf Moor, and yeah, for Burnley, I think another really disappointing result, a game which I think they definitely would have been targeting some points in. But no, it was Schlupp and Mitchell with the goals to make it 2-0 to Palace. And yeah, in the end, Burnley, I think actually did play quite well, but Palace, took their chances when they came to them, and Burnley, despite probably having more of the game, in the end just couldn't do much with it. But big win for Palace, gets them back on track. For Burnley, though, really struggling. Moving on into Brentford 3, West Ham 2, and yeah, it was Morpay in the 11th minute, giving Brentford the lead before Kudos and Bowen made it 2-1, but an own goal and Collins made it 3-2 to Brentford. And yeah, a game that was really close. I thought maybe a draw would have been a fair result without, an own goal, etc., etc. Maybe it would have been, but in the end, yeah, Brentford winning the game pretty comfortably, and West Ham disappointed. This is a game which, yeah, I think they would have been targeting to at least get something from, but Brentford seems to be on the upturn charge at the moment. So yeah, maybe an unfortunate time to play them, who knows. But moving on into Newcastle 1, Arsenal 0, another game that kind of seems to be shown through VAR controversy. It was Anthony Gordon in the 64th minute who gave Newcastle lead. Was there a foul? Did the ball go out? Etc. etc. So many different questions. And yeah, another game which probably is tough to take for Newcastle here. So yeah, for Arsenal here, sorry. But for Newcastle, a massive win. They'll take huge confidence from that. And yeah, big win. They can start progressing forward now, you say. But for Arsenal, that could be a big blow. They need to keep up with Spurs. On Sunday in the Premier League, it was Forest 2, Villa 0. Bit of a surprising result this, to be honest. But in the 5th minute, it was Aina. In the 47th minute, it was Mangala who scored the goals for Forest. And yeah, Villa probably dominated the game, had much more of the ball. Probably created more chances. But Forest, when their chances came around, were really clinical and got 3 points. And yeah, like I say, a big 3 points for them. They'll be absolutely delighted with that. Huge result. And yeah, for Villa, I don't know, it seems like their home form's really strong, maybe struggling a bit more on the road, so that's something that they need to correct. But moving on into Luton 1, Liverpool 1 at Kenilworth Road, and with 10 minutes ago it looked like there was going to be a shock result as Tati Chong gave Luton the lead, but in the 95th minute, with everything going on in his personal life, Luis Diaz scored the equaliser for Liverpool, and it's well deserved. You have to say Liverpool will be wondering how they didn't win, but yeah, obviously just on a personal note, lovely for Diaz to get that goal with everything going on in his personal life at the moment. And yeah, for Liverpool, it's a game that they'll feel like they have to win. For Luton, it's an unbelievable point, but at the same time, gutting to lose it so late. In an absolute thriller of a game, Tottenham, like 9 men, went down 4-1 to Chelsea. Could have guessed he got them off to a dream start before, Romero was sent off in the 33rd minute after he had multiple VAR checks for different goals. Cole Palmer scored the resulting penalty after a ridiculously long check. Then Tottenham went down to 9 with Udogie sent off and Jackson scoring. Dyer then had a goal disallowed to bring 9 men level, Tottenham level, but he couldn't. And 2 goals from Jackson half-time completed his hat-trick and a massive win for Chelsea. Obviously, they always like to get the win. Tottenham started off well. Close kind of they lost their discipline. Injuries to Maddison and Van de Ven as well could impact them. But for Chelsea, an incredible comeback victory and a game that will live long in the memory for a long, long time. And finally, moving on to my Champions League predictions heading into this week. And for Newcastle, obviously a big game against Borussia Dortmund. Obviously losing out some at home last time out. And a game which you feel like they need to win to keep themselves in contention or at least get a result from. But obviously a tough place to go. We saw Dortmund execute their plan to perfection against them last time out. So they'll have to be wary of the same thing here in Newcastle. But I think if they perform the best, there's no reason why they can't get a result. But I just feel like, especially at home, the home support they get, I can see Dortmund edging it. Moving on into Man City as they take on Young Boys. And Man City absolutely dominant in the group so far. Young Boys struggling just to 1 point so far from the 3 games. So you'd expect City... City, no disrespect to the other teams in the group, but you have to say they have got a very easy group in the Champions League. And it probably will allow them to rest some players and still get the job done comfortably here at the Etihad. And I can only see it going one way this one. That's going to be a comfortable win for Manchester City. Let's say 4-0. Move on into Arsenal as they take on Sevilla. This is an intriguing one. Sevilla in 3rd place, obviously trying tactically to get into the Europa League places because we know that's their speciality. I'm joking. Well, I think I am anyway. Arsenal... 6 points so far. Obviously, that loss to Lens has upset the apple cart and created an intriguing kind of group coming into this one. I think Arsenal own Sevilla definitely will fancy their chances and an opportunity to make them really clear at the front of the table. But moving on into Copenhagen as they take on Manchester United. This is a big game for Manchester United. Obviously, got that crucial late goal last time out to take them up to 3rd. But Bayern Munich gone. I think it's kind of the team, them and Galatasaray. So Galatasaray facing Bayern. This is an opportunity for Manchester United to really make some hay in the battle for that place. So they need to make an impact here. I think this is a must win for Manchester United. I'm going to say they'll do it. It'll be edgy. It'll be close. But I'm going to say they're doing it 1-0. But anyway, guys, that's everything. Thanks so much for watching. Share, subscribe. Next also daily football news and subscribe to the channel. I'm going to really appreciate it. Thanks so much for watching. Peace out.